Jeremy was at a point in his career where he had been in countless TGR films and snowboard films. His throttle to get his rush was so high. Everything he was doing was more or less heli access back then. He'd done a big foot-powered trip for this project, My Own 2 Feet. I think for him, that experience, he reconnected with the mountains in a way that he hadn't in a long time.
I remember being out there on a handful of times with Jeremy being like, why can't we go there? You know, and Jeremy being like, well, I'll just walk there. It was really our first commitment to filming all 100% foot power access. Nobody thought that you could make a really high energy TGR or standard film like you could with a helicopter or a tram or a snowmobile.
A lot of people thought he was crazy. The more we talked about it, the more he was like, I want to do it, I want to go for it.
16 years in Alaska and 2 years of trying to do it on foot, and we achieved the dream today.
When we started the project, Jeremy had scrawled down deeper, further, higher. He's like, I want to make a series of these films. And this was a 3-film, 6-year project. I call it TGR's Lord of the Rings, because not unlike the Lord of the Rings, it took Peter Jackson 6 years to create those 3 films. When Deeper succeeded, we moved right on to Further. I think we were that much better. We had more budget. We had learned from a lot of our mistakes.
The terrain that they were getting after, watching some of the stuff that Jeremy and the athletes were doing, so nerve-wracking in the sense of like how much longer you're on these lines and these faces and exposed to, like, if something rips from the top up, you're toast.
I mean, the challenges were, they ran deep. Now all of a sudden you're living out in the middle of the mountains, getting hammered by gigantic storms.
There's the whole thing of like trying to figure out how to charge batteries, how to offload footage, you know, solar panels.
And for something that we'd been doing for so long, considered ourselves some of the best and most proficient in the world at, to kind of strip that away and be beginners again was really wild.
I knew, like, when I went to this trip, I'm like, snowboard trip. Snowboard is like in the back. It's all about like mountaineering, camping, having hooks and beaners or whatever you call those things.
And then we went for higher. It was just 3 trips. The Grand Teton, somewhere super obscure in Alaska, and Shangri-La. Three films, 6 years. It was a big idea. It required a lot of risk. All of that stuff is what makes it so special.
That trilogy changed the trajectory of backcountry snowboarding and skiing. To me, it just epitomizes that spirit of adventure, the spirit of TGR, to want to go around the next corner and keep exploring and discover and find out what's possible and where the edge really is.